that better?
Yes, thank you. Hi friends, welcome to Cutting the Mustard. My name's Taylor Rose. I'm also known as the Mustard Queen on this app. You can find me over at Happy Mustarding. Other apps you can find me at Ketchup is Garbage. And something about me is that I am kind of a food nerd and I cook with a lot of mustard. So today I am going to be doing, I have some grilled pork steaks I'll be doing. I've already got the pork loin done. I used my sous vide machine, so I'll be talking about that for a bit. So we just got to do a hard sear to make those fine. And then I also got some gravy that's going to go with that. And then we're also going to be doing a cucumber salad. So let's get started with that. I do have, if you are just walking in, welcome to FoodtokTV. We do live food and cooking content every single day of the week, oftentimes multiple days of the week. My show is 7 Central, Cutting the Mustard. Let's get it. All right. Hi there. How are you, Trini? I do have Dustin and Shannon coming in. They're with Oregon Family Cooking. They're going to be starting a show on FoodtokTV within the next couple of weeks. They're going to be my Thursday buddies. I'm excited because I've been the only one to work Thursdays for a year now. And so I am excited to have some Thursday buddies. They'll be on after me, so that will be a lot of fun. But while we're getting them introduced to FoodtokTV, we are going to, have them in our boxes. So if you're familiar with our channel and you see them in our box, just say hello. All that. Hello, Tracy. How are you? Hello, Melissa Murd. Hello. I did get Dustin and Shannon did text me and told me they were on the way. So we'll go ahead and get started without them. They'll catch up. They're good. You got it. Yeah. Just be sure to just reach out to me whenever y'all are ready to do that. I'm excited for y'all. This is Melissa Murd. Melissa and Mark. They will also be in our box here soon. This will be Dustin and Shannon's third time. So, I'm so excited for how big FoodtokTV is getting. I really am. So, I am doing a cucumber Caesar. I'm doing a cucumber Caesar salad. But my Caesar salad, I'm not going to be doing like egg or mayo or anything. It's going to be a yogurt base. And I was torn between if I was going to ribbon my cucumbers or if I was going to just dice them up or what. But I realized that my mandolin has this little attachment that I've never used before. And I figured I would give spiralizing a try. I don't often like to do things on FoodtokTV that I have never done before, but you know what? I gotta have a first time sometime. Hey, Sasha, what's up? How are you? Oh, I did that so well earlier. Maybe I switched that. There we go. Perfect. Hello. So many in here. Welcome, y'all. Please let me know where you're from. I know that I have a bunch of people from different Food Talk audiences and also probably some newbies over here. So please let me know where you're from. We get a lot of people from Texas a lot of times. And I never really get any Tennessee people, but I'm from Tennessee. So let's see how this is going to work. So it looks like I'm doing this. My recipe is on FoodtokTV.com already for this cucumber Caesar. And I put 2 English cucumbers in my recipe. But I have 2 Persian and an English. So we'll see how the Persian goes in here. I mean, as long as the cucumber's in thin strips, actually, as long as the cucumber is cut, I'm going to be fine. Let's see. Ooh, it's like sharpening a pencil, but it's a cucumber. I'll do this one and then we'll see how I feel about it. Okay, yeah, I don't think I like this tool for cucumber. Maybe I'll use it for pepper in the future, but it just feels like once it gets cut to this surface here, that's when it gives up. So much for that, but you know what? I got a thin piece. I got some thin pieces, so it's okay. It's okay. Hey, husband.
Why?
Would you like some cucumber?
Yeah.
We don't have a dog. I have a husband. Yeah, the spiralizer is not very good for the cucumber. It just kind of broke apart after that. I'm not gonna like that. Thank you. Okay, that was fun. It was a nice thought. I've been really curious about that. So instead, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get one of these peelers and just kind of. This would have been nicer if I had the whole cucumber to deal with when I was doing that. Oh, hi there. I got to invite you in. Hello, hello, welcome in.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. How are you doing?
Great. How are you, Taylor?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Already, something didn't work out in my favor, so starting off strong.
Well, sorry I'm a little late. I just got off work.
It's okay. I am happy you were here, y'all. This is Dustin.
Hey,
Either
everybody.
yours in the
Welcome
jar, you
in.
don't like it. This is Dustin from Oregon Family Cooking. Him and Shannon will be on Thursdays after me within the next couple of weeks. And so he's going to be in my box, getting to know y'all and, helping me out here. And I have to make a comment because I told you that, even though we both like to talk a lot, because you said you like to talk a lot. And I'm like, yeah, me too. But whenever I'm in someone's box, I really have to reel it in because it's their show, not mine. And I really have to remember that. And I think I coached you too close to the sun there because I know you saw how talkative I was, but that was me holding back. So that's what I meant. So that was definitely my bad. If y'all were over on Michelle's live last night, I told him like, hey, maybe hang back,
How is
but maybe I'm just a really
everybody?
good coach. But anyway, you are my showrunner now.
Okay, great. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Food Talk TV. We got Taylor cooking. I believe, let me know if I pronounce this right. Sous Vide pork steaks.
Sous vide, yes.
Sous vide pork steaks with a creamy mustard gravy. If that sounds correct. Hi, Melissa. Moondoggy.
So I'm working on my cucumber salad right now.
Marianne, welcome in, guys. Don't forget
None of
to
my
fill the
slicing mechanisms were appeasing me. I'm sure that it will work for my English cucumber. But either way, it's going to be cucumbers that are not whole anymore, and that's really all I need.
Guys, double tap. Let's get her to 5K. Get her on that FYP. Share out the live.
So I do have these recipes posted on Food Talk TV already. The pork steak recipe I have is actually from a sous vide pork tenderloin I did several months ago. And then the cucumber salad, I'll have to get one for this. But before reading that recipe, had you ever heard of sous vide before?
I have not.
You had not?
I have not heard of it before.
It's a very niche piece of kitchen technology. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I'm still trying to figure out who exactly to describe who this belongs to, but basically people that cook like me, I guess, that are really into the science and like the exact cooking of things. What it is, it's a heating element. Actually, I will go ahead and show y'all what I'm up, so you have a visual of what it looks like real quick before I continue. But the sous vide in French means under vacuum. And so this is an immersion circulator. Some people call it the sous vide, but the sous vide is the technique, not the machine. This is the
Oh,
immersion
okay.
circulator. Sous vide machine works fine. But this is a heating element, and this heating element is heating up the water. And it's heating it up to the exact temperature I set it to. So when you cook things like steak, it's going to be in a bag in that water, but you set the temperature to the temperature you want it cooked.
Gotcha.
And then you let it go for several hours. So it takes longer to cook things. Like that pork steak I did, I think I had it in there for 6 hours.
Oh, wow.
So it's a long time, but it'll be perfect. Yeah. It's a very quick thing.
And then don't you got to put it on an ice bath or something for a couple hours too?
Yeah. And that's really just to stop the cooking. Because right now, I've already done that for 6 hours. It's in my fridge right now after the ice bath, but it stops the cooking. So now I just have a piece of cooked meat, and whenever I'm ready to eat that, all I have to do is sear it. So I think it's great for meal planning as well.
Does it make the meat really tender? Is that what?
Yes,
what happens?
yes, it can, depending on what you're doing. So one of my favorite things to do with the sous vide And it does make it tender in the sense of like it's a long cooking time rather than because in order to cook things, you need time and heat. So the sous vide kind of takes more time, less heat kind of situation. And so, as far as making things more tender, one of my favorite things to do with the sous vide is to get a chuck roast, one of the cheapest cuts of beef that you can get, right? You'll get a chuck roast, and then I'll set it in there to a medium rare temperature and let that go. I'll let that go for 24 to 36 hours because it's usually those large things, 24 to 36 hours. But when it's done, I sear it and then I can slice it and cut it and serve it like a prime rib.
Gotcha. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, you turn really inexpensive cuts of meat into like, fancier ones. That's kind of my thing. It's like a
Even more
magic trick for me.
expensive cuts. Welcome in, guys. Food Talk TV. Don't forget to drop us a follow.
Oh, Marianne, am I lagging? I'm so sorry. Is anyone else experiencing the lagging? I'm so sorry. Ugh, I hate that.
Yeah, it looks fine on my end, and Shannon's
Okay.
end.
I'm sorry, y'all. And Dustin, if there is ever a time where you can't see what I'm doing or my sound is off or anything is off, please tell me.
Okay, yep. Oh, you got 190 people in here, guys. Welcome in.
Party!
Welcome in.
Party people!
Welcome to Food Talk TV. Don't forget to drop us a follow, and don't forget to follow the Mustard Queen. That's who's working so hard for us today. You can click the link in the bio up here on Food Talk TV, and you can find a way to find her so that you can follow her.
So my name is Happy Mustarding on this app. If you're looking for me on other apps, it's Ketchup is Garbage. But you can literally just search this app and find or look for Mustard Queen, and I will show up.
Yeah,
Guarantee it.
You're everywhere on here.
At least if you search Mustard Queen, this will be a snack. And I'm going to try and speed peel this one because like I took way too long with that.
Okay, we'll watch you. We'll time you. Oh, wow.
Okay. Some of those, I was just genuinely curious what's going to happen. I figured since like these are not my prettiest shapes anyway, kind of like whenever I see bread, oh yeah, some of those are going to disintegrate in the dressing, which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. But you know how like anytime I'm at the grocery store and I pick up a loaf of bread and I just really want to like squish it? That's kind of what that was.
Okay.
I let the intrusive thoughts win.
Well,
so tell us a little bit about your channel and you're going live and stuff.
Okay, so it's me and my wife, Shannon, 33 years, and we started going live on TikTok about 6 months ago, and we cook, a variety of things. Last night we messed up on the cake and everything, so it was kind of funny. It just didn't work out. It didn't taste good, but it was still fun, and we got to make fun of Shannon at the end, so it all worked out. But we go live 4 nights a week. It's usually every other day, 6 p.m. Pacific time, and yeah, we hang out, have fun, listen to music. Welcome in, guys. Food Talk TV. How is everybody?
They were live a little bit last night. I didn't get to hang out as long, but y'all have a lot of fun. I feel like you have a lot of Easter eggs for your regulars.
Yes, we do.
I love that.
How long have you do you live stream?
So I used to do it a lot more. I'm trying to get back in the habit of doing that. I used to try and go multiple times a week and do cooking. And a lot of times that's more of like, a lot of times my lives are me figuring out what I'm doing for the show here. And it's a lot of me just playing around because my show is really based in like food science stuff. Like I love talking and listening about like food theories and like just the nitty gritty stuff that like most cooks don't really care about. I'm the resident food talk nerd.
I wasn't going to say it.
Okay. If you get a chance, if anyone's commenting, I'm not really reading my comments right now. So if you want
Okay.
to check it out and make sure there's something I missed, please.
Okay. Hey everybody. Hello, voiceless. Pork steaks. What do we got here? Welcome in, guys. This is Food Talk TV. We
My
got.
salt was at my station. So cucumbers have some of the most water content for pretty much any vegetable, fruit even. I saw some that said 95%, some say 96%. So whenever I'm doing any sort of cucumber salad, I am salting it. I'm going to like toss it, make sure it's coated in salt. And it's okay if it's too salty, because when this is done, I'm going to let this sit for a bit just so it drains out some of that extra liquid. But it's okay. I am going to rinse this before I've had it dry. But the more water weight we lose, the more cucumber we taste. And we'll just set it aside and do some other things.
Trinity says it's okay, Taylor. We're handling the chat. You're good to cook and talk.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, usually I'm by myself up here. A lot of our Food Talk TV, if you're unfamiliar with our page, we do live cooking content. We have different people that will be in our boxes to read comments and stuff. And I am very good at having a conversation with myself. So I feel like a lot of people don't like being in my box because,
well, it makes it easy. We like being in your box. 65 Vet, welcome in.
Hello.
How are you tonight? Welcome in, everybody. If you just joined, this is Food Talk TV. Drop us a follow, double tap, share it out. We're watching the infamous Mustard Queen cooking up a sous vide pork steak with a creamy mustard gravy and a cucumber Caesar salad. So if that sounds interesting to you, hang out, stick around. What was your name
These recipes
again?
are already up on the Food Talk TV website. Pictures maybe not so accurate, but they're already up if you want to check that out.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that. Food.
Hey, this is your first time, like, with the leash off.
Yeah, you said FoodtokTV.com.
I can't find my microplane anywhere, and I'm using this, and it's the wrong tool for this, and it bothers me. But whatever, it works. Just my lemon zest is going to be like longer strands. It's fine.
Let me clarify, Taylor. You said it was FoodtokTV.com where you can find the recipe?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Trini says Dustin can talk. It's a little easier on my own live stream than, coming into another stream.
Someone that you've known for, what did you say, 33 years?
Yeah, 33 years. So
Yeah, so someone you met like 33 seconds ago,
Yeah,
Huge difference there.
there is. Coach girl. Welcome in, Coach girl.
I don't have my mustard out. Let me get some mustard, because we always cook with mustard here in the mustard kitchen.
The Mustard Queen does not have mustard out, guys. She'll be right back. In the meantime, welcome in, Food Talk TV. If you're interested in finding the Mustard Queen's recipe for today, it's posted at FoodtokTV.com. In case y'all were wondering, thank you for the finger hearts. Oregon Mom Life. Hi, Stacy. How are you?
So if you're a person that ever reads my recipes and follows them, which I don't know how many of y'all have ever cooked my recipes, but one thing I do when I write my recipes is I always write Dijon or preferred mustard for the most part, but I'll typically write Dijon. But what I really mean is whatever prepared mustard works, because I'm typically like after the Dijon. I'm after the mustard flavor. I'm not after like Dijon in particular. But also not everyone has Mustard Queen knowledge when it comes to mustard. So like
65 Vet said your gift goal is achieved. So I don't
All
know if you
right,
want to
let me
reset.
reset that. Oh,
Thank you, 65 Vet.
thank you. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. 65 Vet, yes. Oregon Mom Life, thank you so much. And Trini, thank you so much. Y'all are amazing. Yes.
Yes, we have a lot to learn about mustard. That's for sure. As far as me and my wife go.
So this is a Wober's brand mustard. They call it their superior mustard, but they don't list it as any other specification otherwise. It is very similar to a Dijon, but the thing is with Dijon, what Dijon is known for is white wine. So when you think Dijon, think white wine. Now, a lot of, commercial Dijons will use white wine vinegar and not actual white wine, but white wine is the defining factor of Dijon. This one it has a very similar flavor profile to it, but it looks like just distilled vinegar. So it reads more like a German mustard. German mustards like Dusseldorf will typically have those harsh vinegar flavors and that's the flavor of German mustard. Unless we're going with the sweet mustard, but that's a different day. Oh, I am making the Caesar dressing right now. Sorry, I haven't been communicating what I'm doing. In here, I have some anchovy fillets, and I put a little bit of the oil in there. There is also anchovy paste. So if you're weird about like fish fillets, but you like Caesar dressing, you like that like little fishy flavor, you can buy the paste, and it works just as well. But one of these days, you're going to want to try the fillets because you really do get a good flavor out of those. And then I put some lemon zest, some lemon juice, some Dijon, or not Dijon, And then I'm also going to add yogurt to this.
Welcome in, guys. In case you guys just joined, this is FoodtokTV. We got the Mustard Queen cooking up some sous vide pork steak with some creamy mustard gravy. Sounds absolutely wonderful so far.
Thank you. I haven't even touched the pork yet. We're just still on first course, but it's all the way that I've already cooked it with sous vide, though. It's not going to take long. I think it might actually take more to heat up my pan. I should probably start.
And it's a long process to do this. She had to cook the meat for like 6 hours previous to the show, so it takes a little time, guys.
But also, it's very hands off, and it's not like a super hot heating element where I would feel uncomfortable leaving my house.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like it is just that it's just high enough and it's just heating up the water. So that's one thing I like about it. So even if I have those long cook times with these, but it's not an everyday cooking tool. It's definitely just a when I want to play around kind of cooking tool. It's not a get your family dinner tool.
Specialty item.
And then of course, salt and pepper to taste. Now you can absolutely do this like in a traditional mayo aioli kind of way. I do have a very similar recipe to this, but instead I use egg yolks and oil to make the emulsion to make that recipe is also on Food Talk if you want to search for that. But this one's just going to be the yogurt one because I was in the mood for something different for the cucumber Caesar. Now, I don't know if you know this, Dustin, but whenever we have someone in the box and let's say I am about to start my blender or my loud thing, what this app will do is like it will target the voices and make like the voice the thing of concern, like the thing to pay attention to. So when I'm running loud machines, I'm challenging you to talk as much as you can. So that way, like it's not the machine, like people aren't reading the machine, they're reading your voice. Does that make sense?
Yep, I got you.
Okay, cool. Let's see how it works. Y'all let me know in the comment section how that's working for us, okay?
Welcome in, Jeanette.
Let's see. And I haven't used this one. This is a setting of my immersion blender. So we'll see how loud it even is.
Stacy, I didn't say hi to you. Hello. Welcome in, guys. Get her up.
Of course, tasting it just for salt. How did that go, y'all?
It wasn't too bad. I don't know. I can't hear on their end.
I saw someone not the nicest comment, but I think he has a crush on me. So licked her Tato. I'm married.
It's hard to hear me, Oregon Mom Life says.
Okay, okay. Well, it's all good. Maybe that was just really loud, but I try not to use machines on the lives for that reason. It's just so disruptive.
Yeah, it is. Even water running in the background sometimes can be a little loud. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Oh,
Anytime I make a dressing or anything, now this dressing is going to be good for like 3 to 4 days, but I try to make this like one of the first things just because the longer it sits, it's always better.
it looks yummy.
So good. Nice, like little bit of fishiness from the anchovy, but, or I don't even really taste fishy. It's just more of like umami, like kind of, I would be upset if that came on a regular Caesar with, if that came on a regular Caesar with romaine and whatnot, but for cucumber, that's perfect.
Double tap, double tap. Let's go. Let's get the 10K likes. Thank you for the 9 shares. If you're just joining, welcome to Food Talk TV. I'm Dustin.
Okay.
The Morgan
I'm
Family
going to
Life.
kind of like recollect over here to show you I'm not in my bathroom. I'm in a kitchen. No, he's someone on here's relative, a FoodtokTV relative, and he likes coming on here to tell me about his ketchup.
Oh yeah. Well, we won't talk about ketchup today.
So this is another new thing I'm doing today. I'm using my induction stovetop. I got this 2 or 3 weeks ago, so I'm still working with it. You know, like when you're cooking on your stovetop and you switch burners and suddenly it's like, I don't know how to cook anymore because this burner works completely different. This is kind of that same situation, but with the induction. And so with the induction, this is basically a stovetop. This is a dual. But with this, it connects and it heats up through it's got to be magnetic. So in order for this heating element to like attach to here, this has to be magnetic. So there are some pots and pans that like aren't super magnetic. And so like it'll have a weak connection, but cast iron is really strong with this. And there is a super high sear option here. So I'm hoping this will be perfect for that. So, but first time.
Thank you for the likes.
Oh, Dustin, you have birds?
Yeah, we got birds and they're annoying.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
We usually got to cover them up during our live streams. Welcome in, guys. How is everybody tonight? Welcome in to Food Talk TV. Drop us a follow.
This is my pork. I felt very compelled for this because this is a 6-pound pork loin I got for $9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A good price.
And it's like, you know what? I'm figuring out this pork loin somehow, you know?
Double tap, guys. Share it out. Please, Paradise. Hello. Welcome in. How are you today? Thanks for coming in.
So this is the vacuum sealed pork loin. This has already been cooked in sous vide. It was in a water with a heating element and it had it heated up. This is actually 130. I'm cooking this pork loin medium rare. And now I know someone is gonna, are probably already typing in the comments, you know, medium rare pork. Ugh, I'm sure I'm already getting that. I know, but FDA says that medium rare or pork has about the same amount of safety as beef. So if you enjoy medium rare beef, medium rare pork is not off the table. Of course, if your doctor tells you not to, don't do it, you know, but just as safe. But when you're doing sous vide, you do have the added layer of safety here because it's been cooking for so long. So any sort of bacteria or anything, like let's say there was an issue with it, because of that long cook time, any bacteria will be cooked out. Because in theory, you could actually have medium rare chicken.
Ooh, I
In
don't know
theory,
about
you could
that.
have medium rare chicken. But that would require a temperature and a long period of time, right? So you can cook chicken 140, 130 for many, many, many hours and pasteurize it. But like I'm sure the texture of that chicken would be terrible, especially with a lifetime of people telling us not to eat raw chicken. Like that, I don't think any of us could handle that.
No. Shannon, the first meal Shannon cooked for us, she gave me raw chicken back, 30 years ago. So now every time she makes me chicken, I always say, "Is it cooked all the way?" I've been saying it ever.
It only takes once.
Yes. Medium rare chicken.
So when I cooked this, I had rubbed it with a bunch of spices and mustard, and it's also cut up with twine. And then the juice, like as it cooks, it does release juices, and because it's been cooked in a bag, everything's going in here to the side. So we're going to use that to make a sauce later. But yeah, I'm definitely not suggesting medium rare chicken because it is not safe unless it's pasteurized. Let's be clear on that. Please do not cook medium rare chicken unless you are sous vide.
Yes, very, very good advice. If you just joined, guys, she's making sous vide pork steaks with a creamy mustard gravy. She's also making a cucumber Caesar salad. And if you guys want to find the recipe, you just head on over to FoodtokTV.com. She's got it posted over there. If you'd like to drop her a follow, just click the link
y'all.
up there. And
I don't know if you can tell, but my hand is smoking. My fan, my ceiling fan is on the highest it can go. I have fans going on over here. Pretty sure my fire alarm is going to go off.
uh-oh.
I think, hey, Ryan, should we remove the battery from the smoke alarm? Is that something you can do for me while I'm live? I did actually write that in my recipe. All right. So typically whenever I make this, I will actually roast the entire thing, sear the entire thing, and then slice it. But I wasn't really considering how that would work in this size cast iron. So. Heard. Oh, wow. I was kind of expecting it to be pinker than that. But it's okay. Oh, okay. It doesn't look as pink as I thought it would, but it is just, it's so steaky, but it's also just so tender. I'm really excited.
That looks really good. Somebody says they like burnt pork.
All right. I'm hoping to get the nice char on the outside here. Yeah, my husband just removed the from the smoke alarms. I have this on. Hi, sear. Okay. Pour a little bit of.
Can you move the camera over so we can see it?
A lot of times when I do these lives, I already have all my ingredients set out, but as I'm cooking, I still can't find them. So I'm trying a thing today where I don't. Woo, that may be a bit too hot. I might be flying too close to the sun with this, y'all. But you know what? Oftentimes when I do a high sear, I'm always disappointed. And plus, this is already cooked. I don't need to cook this anymore. I am just heating it up and searing it. Hey, Allie. Yes, new view today. I'm working with my induction stovetop here, so I get to be. Whew, y'all, I'm so nervous. Whenever you're placing things in a hot skillet with oil, push it away from you.
Ooh, I love that sound.
We can watch this together, okay?
Tear it out, double tap.
Oh, Dustin, you're getting comments saying you're doing well. That's awesome.
Thanks for the likes, Melissa.
It's actually open me that you'll be reaching out to, not Ted. Where I just recently became manager of Food Talk. So, but
We want that sear texture.
ooh,
Yeah.
it is. Wow, it is smoky in here.
It's a little bit hard to hear you now. Okay, guys, the Food Talk TV, thank you for dropping in.
Y'all, I'm so nervous about this, but I'm not going to touch it. Don't touch it, because as soon as we touch it, we lose that initial first sear. But
Oh, okay.
I bet it's so good. Oh, thank y'all for the follows. Y'all, if you're just scrolling through here, welcome to FoodtokTV. We go live every single day of the week, oftentimes multiple days of the week. My show is Cutting the Mustard. I'm Taylor Rims, also known as the Mustard Queen. And my show is every Thursday, 7 Central, and it's been that way for years. So welcome in. I am the resident food nerd around here, okay? So if you don't like how I like talk way too much about like food science and stuff like that, that's cool, because we have a ton of other creators. So be sure you check us out, all right? I'm gonna get some better tongs.
The birds are having a blast over there, Dustin. Yes, they are. I think they're just trying to cause trouble. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for coming over and supporting us. We appreciate it so much. Thank you for the 11 shares. Almost 10,000 likes, guys. 800 more. Double tap. Let's get rid of that thing, Kay. Are you a chef? Paradise wants to know if you're a chef, like in a restaurant, or question mark.
Can anyone hear anything over this sizzling?
You guys hear me? Did you hear me, Taylor? No. I don't think she can hear us, guys. Welcome
And
in.
you know, the cool thing about this, I think, because I did get such a large cut of meat, I think I'm going to slice a bunch of these off and then freeze them. So that way, when I'm ready to have this meal again, I can just slice it and go.
Oh, you can hear us? Okay, can you guys hear Taylor? Okay.
I appreciate you checking. Thank you.
Guys, 9,300 likes. Double tap, double tap, double tap. Let's go. Everybody's saying they can hear us. Great. Thank you, guys. She can't hear over the sizzle. Like, yeah, she couldn't hear me talking over the sizzle. Taylor.
Okay, yeah, the heat definitely came down a bit this time around. So we're going to have to give this a longer sear.
Looks beautiful over here. So, guys, she's making, if you just
Oh,
joined.
I can't hear over the sizzle. The sizzle is insanely loud. I will be right there, y'all.
Yep, it's okay. It's okay. In case you just entered, you're wondering what she's making, what's going on here. That's the Mustard Queen. She's making a sous vide pork steak with a creamy mustard gravy. She's also whipping up a cucumber Caesar salad. You can find the recipes on FoodtokTV.com. If you want to drop her a follow, you can click the link in the bio up top of FoodtokTV and see all the creators. And you can drop them all a follow if you wish. We would super appreciate it.
I'm going to do one flip to see if I can get a...
Great, Allie. Thank you.
Maybe a little more.
Dustin, you're doing a great job. Thank you, Tracy. I'm trying. You guys want to drop us a follow, you're not following Oregon Family Cooking yet, you can always click the little box down there, click on our name, and drop us a follow as well. If you're not already following Beth Bulger, how are you tonight? Trini says, gorgeous sear, looks so good. It does look yummy, Trini.
I think this will be fine. I want a good sear, but I don't. I've already cooked this to a perfect medium rare, so I'm just going to let that sit. I have another. I guess this is going to be like the butt end. So I'll go ahead and do that, but we can finish up the salad while we're working on that. Woo.
Usually get to eat what the cook is making. I know I don't get to eat this food.
I'm going to take my phone away from the sizzling noise so I can catch up with y'all, because I feel like I missed so much, y'all.
Yeah, somebody was asking if you're a chef or what you're all about, like in a restaurant or.
So by trade, professionally, I've always been a bartender. And I think one of the main reasons why I never went into the full of the restaurant, why do I always leave my cabinet doors open? But one of the reasons why I've never gotten into that is because in all my restaurant years, every single time that I would work with someone, my lighting is terrible right now, I'm sorry. Every single time there would be a kitchen person, they would come into the industry and they would be so excited about food, and that would be all they would want to do. And then once you start working in that, you don't want to come home and cook. And this is my life. So about several years ago, I started making food content. And the way I like to learn things, I am the type of person where I don't feel like I ever know anything until I know everything. And so whenever I'm into something, I need to know all of it. So when it comes to cooking, I'm just always researching. So that's kind of my background. As far as bartending background goes, I spent about 15 years as a bartender. There's a bunch of restaurants not a bunch, there's two. There's two restaurants downtown Nashville where I have actually had my drink recipes, mine on menus. I have won bartending competitions. I am a bourbon steward. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. But for the past 2 years on this channel, I have been Mustard Queen. So if you search this out for Mustard Queen, you'll see me.
Hopefully that answers your question, Paradise.
Back to the show space. Yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to slice the rest of these and then I'm going to freeze them. So that way when I want pork steak dinner later, I can do that.
Into the freezer. As we're almost at 10K likes, welcome in. If you're new here, this is Food Talk TV. Don't be scared to drop us a follow up there at the
So
top.
those cucumbers I had earlier, look at all that cucumber juice. But the last time I did a cucumber salad and I had this cucumber juice, I made a mustard using this and it was one of my favorite things. So I got to remember to do that.
Are you doing that now?
Oh, I don't think I'm going to have time to do that now, especially since I'm trying to get in the habit of being closer to an hour since they're going to be my show buddies.
Yes, we're coming on right after her on Thursday evenings.
Yeah. I finished searing these, and so I'm going to kind of let my pan cool off a bit. I can't have it so hot, but I am going to make little pan sauce, okay? Or gravy. But I'm going to go save this, and I'm bringing this back.
Hey, Mark, welcome in. How are you tonight? Mr. Cannoli. Thanks for coming over and checking out Food Talk TV. Appreciate that so much.
Y'all, I really need appliances to be more aesthetically shaped, or I just need to organize that. So not all of these shreds are beautiful. Some of these are definitely, so I'm just trying to get the pretty ones, the photo-worthy ones.
They all look good so far.
Yeah. Well, except for the time I went all Guitar Hero on that one. You remember?
Yeah. The fast peel. This is for her cucumber Caesar salad. She also made some dressing for it that looked amazing.
Yes, I did. But with my Caesar, I did with yogurt. Now, I do have a Caesar recipe on the website. It's actually under my shaved Brussels sprout Caesar salad. Oh, yeah. That will be interesting.
Yes.
You know what? I am using all of them. Perfect. Except for this one.
Now it's perfect. Thank you guys for the double taps and the shares. Appreciate it.
Yes, but the Caesar dressing I did for my shaved Brussels sprout, that's the one with the egg yolk and oil, and you basically make a mayo dressing from scratch. And then last week, if you're here and weren't here on my show last week I kind of had a little vegan thing going on. And so I did a vegan mayo, and that was an emulsion with the juice left over in a can of chickpeas.
rather than eggs. So many different ways to make sauces and dressings.
Paradise asked, I have a question. You are mustard queen, question mark. Did I hear that right?
I am, yes.
Yes, she is the mustard queen, guys. You can drop her a follow and go check out her videos and her channel. She definitely is the mustard queen. You can tell by her apron. It's yellow.
Yes, I'm the only food talker one with the yellow one.
Yes.
Everyone else's is gray, I think. I don't know if I saw another color yet.
Yeah, I don't know what color ours are going to be yet, so, or Shannon's.
I swear if it's yellow, I'm going to flip out.
Oh,
Because you see how nice I am, right? I can turn it around.
we hit 10K likes, guys. Thank you so much for tapping. Keep sharing. Share out to all your best friends. You know there's a mustard museum in Madison, Wisconsin that's absolutely awesome.
Oh, I've never been to the National Mustard Museum. However, I do have Barry Levinson's personal cell phone number in my phone. You know, the founder and curator of that
Wow.
museum. He has also mailed me a bunch of stuff in the past. And wow, this is difficult to open. Including he mailed me an honorary doctorate of diddly squat for their it's their university, their mustard university, and they call it poop on you.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that funny?
That's a good pun. I thought I saw a white one.
So now I haven't been to the mustard museum, but I probably have done so much reading on that place because I definitely have to go. I have to go, but there's not really anything else for me in Wisconsin at this point. So
What state are you at? Where are you?
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay. In case you guys just joined, this is the Mustard Queen. She's cooking up some sous vide pork steaks with a creamy mustard gravy. She's also making a cucumber Caesar salad. You can find the recipe at FoodtokTV.com.
Now my mandolin, I originally kind of wanted like cherry or grape tomatoes, but I did not have those like I thought I did. So, but I still really wanted a pop of color. And then I realized with the way I shaved those cucumbers that a nice little crunch would be good. So I wanted crunch and color, so I chose radish. And plus radish is also a member of, no, it's not a member of the mustard family. They're like mustard cousins. They're like cousins. They're not in the same family.
Well, that would be family, a cousin's family, right?
Yeah, like a cousin's family, but not like, what is it? What is the genus? Yeah, that's what that is. Got some. But the little bitterness that you feel, or like that little pepperiness that you feel, it's the exact same thing that mustard does. Like it's the same chemical reaction, like the same, it's a defense mechanism for the plant.
Put on that cut glove. I think she did, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Mark said put on a cut glove. I think you did.
Anytime I use my mandolin, yes. Anytime I use my mandolin, absolutely. The first time I ever bought a mandolin was actually for, it was one of my best friends in my 30th birthday. And we went and rented a boat and all this stuff. And beforehand, we decided to make some charcuterie to have on the boat. And so she was using my brand new mandolin, just came out of the box. And I'm like, hey, there's a little holder for that. Or there's also a glove. And she's like, no, I'm fine. And then she split her hand open.
Oh my
So
God.
after that, I will always use a glove, or sometimes I'll use a fork. I'll stick a fork on there, you know, or they do have the handles that come with those mandolins, but I don't risk it. Like I will get distracted and slice my fingers. Don't do that. Don't be that person.
We know Mark, the guy who said that, cannoli, he's a chef, so.
Like, oh, really?
Yeah, he
Hey,
knows about the
chef or not,
gloves.
I lick my fingers.
Tracy wants to know what's your favorite color. I'm gonna guess yellow.
Yes, yes. Which is actually kind of unfortunate. You know how like everyone has their colors? Like everyone has the color that they use for things? Like what's your color? Like if you're going to purchase a new phone case or something, or what's your color?
Always black.
Always
Always,
black? I
always
was going to
black.
guess that. I don't know. But anyway, yellow was never anyone's choice. So whenever I want something in yellow, I'm usually out of luck.
Welcome in, Kyle. How y'all doing tonight? He says we're doing great. Welcome into Food Talk TV. We have the Mustard Queen in here tonight. Don't forget.
Decided that this could use a little substance. And also, I've had this romaine for like a month and I am amazed that it's held. So we're also using romaine. Plating purposes.
October Dragonfly just joined. Welcome in. How are you tonight, October Dragonfly? She's also a creator on Food Talk TV.
Christine, hello. So let's see. One thing I forgot to put into my dressing was Parmesan cheese. It's okay. There's going to be more on the top anyway. But the thing is, I'm not actually using Parmesan. I'm actually using cotija. Because for some reason, the cheese, like the cheap cheese, the Parmesan cheese, like for some reason that bothers me. But this same price, basically the same cheese, but Mexican, this makes me feel cultured.
Happy to see you all. Good to see you too. Warden, welcome in. How are you tonight, Warden?
In retrospect, this feels like a really heavy dressing for cucumber ribbons, but it'll still be tasty.
It looks amazing. Guys, if you just joined and you're wondering what she's making, right now she's doing a cucumber Caesar salad. She's also making sous vide pork steaks, which is already cooked, and she's got it seared and all that good stuff. And she's doing it with a creamy mustard gravy.
Which is up next.
And look how beautifully she's doing that. Yes, it does sound delicious, October Dragonfly.
Now, if this is something that you do and you have more than 30 minutes to let your cucumbers drain out the water, you can do that for several hours. Because I am noticing that my dressing is a little on the, there's some water there. But it's okay. It's kind of like adding pasta water to your sauce when you're making pasta. It just kind of makes things go together, but we don't want it super watery.
For the
I
roses.
think this is fine.
Has 11,000 likes. Double tap that screen for Taylor.
Yeah, thank you.
Double tap, share it out. Here at Food Talk TV. Don't forget to drop Food Talk TV a follow. Don't forget to follow the Mustard Queen. And if you're interested in her recipe from tonight, you can find that at FoodtokTV.com. We appreciate y'all coming in and checking it out.
I'm making an executive decision. I'm not using the cotija. It was just dry and it didn't look very good. And so instead, I have feta. And you know what? Cucumber Caesar and feta. Sounds great. Plus, I think it'll be really pretty.
Yeah, they're all similar cheeses somewhat, right?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah. A little bit dry, salty.
Yeah.
Very true.
It's 8:55 for you. Well, for me, it's, I don't even know. I think it's about 7. No, it's 6. It's 6 here on the
It's
Pacific Coast.
almost 8 my time.
She's the Mustard Queen's 2 hours ahead of us. She's Central Time, so
Okay.
it'd be 8. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to Food Talk TV.
This would be a lot better looking if I had my microplane, but like I have no idea why my microplane is missing. I'm kind of upset.
Oh,
But
no.
just a little zest on the top. The zest really adds the lemon aroma, so as you eat, like you'll smell the lemon a lot more. And then where did my pepper?
We just got one of those micro lemon zesters.
Oh, one of the microplanes.
Yeah. We didn't have one before. We literally just got one.
Oh, nice. With kitchen stuff, it just takes so much to build up a kitchen.
Yeah.
Like I'm still dreaming of the day I can get a salad spinner.
Ooh.
All right, and there we go. Little ribbons going on here.
Wow.
That we put it on top of romaine just to get it soaking. And then some radishes. The dressing has yogurt. There's lemon, mustard, of course, anchovies, salt, pepper. Yeah, just little cucumber Caesar there.
It looks amazing. I want a bite of that.
I'm surprised my husband isn't over here like vulturing. I'll have to, which is good because I got to get a picture of this for the website.
Double tap, guys. That looks absolutely amazing. Double tap if you like it. We got 16 shares. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for coming in, checking us out, hanging out. Food Talk TV. Drop us a follow. We got the
We are going to redirect our attention back to here. Bring it up a little closer. Hi there.
that salad looks amazing. Paradise said, very refreshing.
Now, for the most part, the liquid that's in here is just like the oil from when I poured oil in here to sear the steaks. Because originally I cooked these with a sous vide, so all of the cooking oil or all the cooking liquid is going to be in the bag that I had, which I separated it. So I'm going to be making the gravy with it, which is already flavored with mustard and all the spices I used on my rub.
Ooh, this will be interesting. She's now making the creamy mustard gravy, guys, for her sous vide pork steaks. You guys want the recipe, head over to Food Talk TV after the show, foodtoktv.com, and check out our recipe. Try it out. Welcome back, October Dragonfly.
So I will say that one thing about using pan sauces, we'll see how. Okay.
Welcome in, Devin.
So one thing with using the pan sauces or making a sauce with the liquid from the sous vide bag is that this was cooked at a low temperature. I cooked this for about 6 hours on 130. So any of the liquid that came out of there, the proteins in there haven't had a chance to coagulate, hasn't had a chance to do anything or go anywhere. Because when you cook it on a skillet, that either gets coagulated or it turns into juice and it disappears. So while we save a lot of juice, when I pour this into here and stir it, there might be some floaters. It might look funky. Like you might be like, what the heck is that? What the heck that is just the protein being weird. But it still tastes great. It's fine. You can either strain it or just like kind of mix it up and hide it for presentation.
Yes, October Dragonfly. She is a creator on here as well. She's in the chat. You guys can drop her a follow. Check her out when she's on Food Talk TV, or go check out her page. Welcome in, Devin. He said hello, Taylor.
Hi. So I did mention this earlier to you, but I'm kind of trying out something new here where I am, I usually have all my ingredients set out, but as I'm cooking, I'm still standing there, not able to find anything. So I left everything in the places they go. So while my kitchen is a lot neater and I know where everything is, I feel like I left a lot. So I'm sorry.
It's okay. Tracy was asking how long is your show?
Oh, so with all of Food Talk TV shows, they're an hour long. I am the crazy person that always takes longer. So I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to get down to about an hour 20. That's my goal. So 20 minutes to go. Okay. So for now, hour 20 is the answer, but we want all of our Food Talk TV creators to have the hour, especially as we add more. So that way we don't overlap.
So basically an hour and a half is your usual, around an hour and a half.
That sounds fair.
Welcome in, guys, to Food Talk TV. Thank you for joining. We're watching Mustard Queen cook up some amazing food. Some sous vide pork steaks with creamy mustard gravy, which she's actually doing right now.
Oh, yes. Which I did not have enough flour. It's okay.
It's okay. She also made a cucumber Caesar salad. You guys can find the recipes at FoodtokTV.com if you're interested in that.
I am eyeballing it, but what I'm doing right now is making a roux. So I'm setting up for to make the sauce. So into the pan, like where I seared that, I'm making a roux. I'm mixing butter and I'm mixing flour. I did not have enough flour, and you can tell by the fact that it's not kind of clumping together. You can tell it's equal parts. So if you can measure it out, it's typically butter and flour, but it's any fat that works well. But essentially, this is just going to be like the butter's going to soak up all the flour. Maybe I just had a lot of fat in here left over from the oil. But anyway, that's how I know I need to add more oil, is because it's still wet. When really I'm creating a thickener for our sauce.
Yes, Tracy. She likes all the different recipes. That's the good thing about it, is if you go over there, it has all the different creators' recipes. And Taylor's working really hard on getting those uploaded over there before each show. So, and all the creators are different. They all do different stuff.
I'm also trying super hard to be better at our tags with all of our recipes. So if you're just curious about our recipes and you go to the website, you can just type in what you're interested in. I'm trying to add tags like vegan and gluten-free and stuff like that too. But if you're looking for an ingredient, I would try typing in that ingredient and see what's going on. So you know how funny it would be, though, if I tagged all of my recipes with mustard?
So yeah, thank you guys for coming in and checking us out. We appreciate it. Don't forget to drop us a follow before the end of the live stream.
Yep.
We're at 13,000 likes, guys. Thank you so much. Share out the live. All your besties.
Oh, yes, and while you're following people, be sure you're following Oregon Family Cooking over here. They will be starting soon with us. Little Thursday night showdown. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Everyone else is going to be so jealous about how cool Thursday is.
Yeah, it'll be lit. So all you got to do to follow us is just click on the little box down here, Oregon Family Cooking, and you can follow us directly from there. If you want to know how to find the Mustard Queen, the link is in the bio up there at Food Talk TV, or you can just search out the Mustard Queen. I guess we can put an @ in there. You said your name was what? Actually, not Mustard Queen. It
Happy
was
Mustarding.
Happy
So
Mustarding.
you can remember it if you've probably never seen my mustarding videos, but in my content, my tagline is Happy Mustarding. So we're going to forward some of these.
There, I added Happy
I doing?
Mustarding in the chat. If you guys want to click on that, drop her a follow.
I'm just so excited for meat juice. I almost forgot the wine. I think I may have let my roux get a little toasty. I think it'll be fine. I'll taste it before we get serious with it, just to make sure. But I don't typically. But to be fair, there was the pork in here as well. That may be why the color is darker than what my roux typically are. But I don't think it's burnt. I think it was just the pork. Yeah, I'm sure it was the pork's fault.
Blame it on the pork. She's making up some creamy mustard gravy, guys, for her pork steaks. It's going to be
And then this
amazing.
is the juice that was in the bag. Already seasoned with all the stuff that I put on my rub. But as I mentioned earlier, y'all remember this might look a little funky here. Might like may coagulate weird, but I remember when I first started sous videing and I had no idea why it would turn such a weird texture. And I'm like, I just had no idea what I was doing wrong. So you're not doing anything wrong if you do this and you're wondering why your juice is funky or like not coagulated yet.
Paradise, we're not going on tonight. Next Thursday we'll be on. And I'm not sure the exact Thursday we're gonna be starting on Food Talk TV for our hour show every week. I assume it's gonna be here in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. We'll let everybody know. Mustard Queen will be coming on right before us, the hour before us, Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Central. I read that. Yeah.
I was going to add stock to this. My stock was not here, but water. I already seasoned this with all the like pork drippings and the seasoning and the rub and all that. I'm not worried about having a chicken stock. So water's fine. It'll work.
That's what I'd use is water.
Or like sometimes that better than bouillon. I love better than bouillon.
Yes, that's our favorite. But we try not to say it on our live. We just go, we like this kind. It is amazing.
No, I saw someone, she was making crackers and she used that better than bouillon as a seasoning for her crackers along with some rosemary and stuff. And she called them chicken soup crackers. I thought that was just such a good idea.
Yeah, that's smart. We always add it to our ramen noodles.
So I will be adding more mustard to here since, you know, I did call this a mustard gravy. I'm not going to just let the mustard that was on the pork be this mustard. So I'll add some mustard. Would you grab me a spoon, please? What a mustard jar size. Thank you. And for this one, since there already is like a regular standard, like smooth mustard, I am just adding some whole grain to kind of give that texture. And if we want to be special, if we want to be fun, I'm adding a little turmeric. Now, maybe this is a little brown for it to turn up. That lid wasn't screwed on all the way, and I almost just went,
Ooh.
But things taste more mustardy when they're yellow, and the turmeric does that.
That makes sense. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to Food Talk TV. Thank you for coming in, hanging out, checking out the Mustard Queen on a Thursday night. She's doing an amazing meal. In case you're wondering, she's doing sous vide pork steaks with a creamy mustard gravy.
I know people can be super confused, like when you're making a roux and a sauce and like when to add your dairy, because dairy can break when you're making a sauce. And like, I've never met anyone who cooks a lot like this and didn't have a sauce break. With dairy, the sauce will easily break. And that is because dairy is an emulsion, or milk especially is an emulsion. What milk is, traditionally before there were separating machines, they would milk the cows and then they would let the cream rise to the top. And so they would separate the cream and then the rest would be the milk. That would be standard milk. So essentially it's an emulsion of whatever fat is left over from that cream and water. So as soon as it hits like that hot liquid, it's going to separate. It's going to split up. You just messed up, you know, whatever compounds you had to keep that milk not separated. And so when we're doing a roux, I was a little heavy on my flour here. I'm sure you saw if you've ever made a roux. I was heavy on my flour. And that's because when I add the milk, the proteins are so strong in here, it's more likely to break in something liquid than something that with a little viscosity in there. So that's the thing. And then another thing I could have done too is if I had the milk on the side, I could have added a little bit to there, then mixed it up and then added it to it. So just some different ways to make sure you don't break your sauce. Adding it at the end or adding a little bit to here for here. And plenty of flour for a roux to change the chemical structure to make sure we don't break it. And there is mustard gravy. I don't know why I'm saying mushroom. I'm going to give that a taste to make sure it's good.
I'm really interested on how that tastes. It looks good. It looks delicious.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You really get the... There is mustard, but it's not like drinking a bowl of mustard. That is my least favorite thing that people assume I do because I'm mustard queen. They think I just like spray mustard on everything, and call that mustard queen. But I am not like that. I like the things that mustard can do for food. And
Does it still
when
have
it
like
comes
a
to cream
pork
sauces,
taste?
I'm sorry?
Is it like a pork taste with like a hint of mustard?
Yeah, there's a little bit of like pork in there. There's the cream. You also get the wine in here as well. Yeah. So it's meaty, it's smooth. It does get the tanginess from the mustard, and that really helps. But it pairs oh so nicely with that white wine we put in here. Maybe for this one, Dijon would have made sense. But I'm also adding some thyme because I've got time.
Guys, double tap for Taylor.
Thank you all for listening to that horrid singing. Like, I know I said I'm from Nashville, but like, I just happened to be born here, okay? Did not move here for the music, y'all.
No, do you play any musical instruments?
I do not. No.
You're probably about the only one that doesn't in Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, and I mentioned earlier that I was a professional bartender for about 15 years, and just about everyone I ever worked with. You know how many excuses I've had to come up with not to go to people's shows? Sorry, if anyone's ever watching and I've given you an excuse that sounded fake, that excuse is real, I promise. Okay, so I turned off the heat on this. I'm just going to let it...
Welcome in, Cajun Cooking. How are you?
Let's clean up a little bit over here.
Thank y'all for joining Food Talk TV. If you're not following us yet, drop us a follow.
Maybe I could make a glass for dinner, right? This is actually my mustard wine, not my drinking wine. No. You got to have your separate wines, I mean, not really. When you're cooking with wine, you want to make sure that you like the taste of it, because if you're adding wine to something, it's going to taste like that. But you also don't want to get the super expensive stuff because you're cooking with it. So whenever people ask me what kind of wine to use, my answer is always the same with white wine. My answer is always the same. Something dry, something you enjoy drinking, not Moscato.
Gotcha. Trini said your sauce looks velvety in texture. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like over this pork, but let's get to plating and seeing what this experience is like.
You guys, if you want the recipe for this sous vide pork steak and creamy mustard gravy, you can get it at FoodtokTV.com. After the show, of course. Don't leave now. Come back. Wait till after the show. Head over there. This is the mustard queen.
I think everyone's already done here, but while I had my sous vide out and I figured I needed another side item, all I have in here are potatoes, there's butter, there's milk, there's garlic, and there's thyme and salt. And I just chucked it in the sous vide about an hour and a half ago. And so I don't think this is like really a food talk thing. It was just more so like, what am I going to have for the other side? But I wanted to show y'all, since it very much so is like an easy, I threw that together. But all I'm going to do is like mash this up and then add my butter mixture here. That'll be super easy to throw together. But I'm already almost out of time, and that was not on the schedule. I just had to share.
Notice there's a few new people coming in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome into Food Talk TV. We're watching Taylor, the Mustard Queen.
All right. So I think I'm going to give my husband the butt. Oh my gosh, that really is a butt. Because it was the end, because it was the loin, and I chopped it, and I was calling it the butt, like the bread.
It really is. I noticed that earlier.
I didn't even notice it. Thank you for not even pointing it out, because it's way funnier when I'm like, check out my butt. Violation. Violation.
Double tap. Double tap, share out the live.
Gravy over the top there. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Did I use all my time? Nope, I still got it. Sweet. Just a little sprig over the top here. I like, whenever I do a bunch of thyme or something, I like throwing the little sprig of thyme just to like let whoever's eating my food know that there's thyme in here. Though it is my husband, he knows exactly what I've been up to. But, or sometimes I just throw the sprig because it's pretty. I have been really wanting to get edible flowers to start plating my food with.
Edible flowers, like real flowers.
A lot of the like kind of like hoity-toity kind of bars, not hoity-toity, like fine casual dining, we'll call that, but would use a lot of hibiscus, and like those are gorgeous.
Welcome in, Guadia. How are you tonight? She's also a creator here on TikTok TV.
A little bit of salt.
And also
See?
follow
I
Guadia.
moved stuff and I lost track of my pepper. I am kind of a snob about my pepper, so it does look like I ground it. It's just ground pepper, but I ground this right before I went live. I usually use mortar and pestle, so that's what that is. But that's funny that you say you used to grow thyme in your herb garden, because the reason why I'm using thyme is because I was going to use rosemary, but my rosemary plant didn't have anything. But I looked over and saw that my thyme plant from last year came back to life. So that's why I'm using this. And of course, I will have a side of mashed potatoes with that, but unless y'all really want to watch me mash these potatoes, all I did was, it was the potatoes, a stick of butter, some milk, some salt and garlic, and I put it in the sous vide and let it sit there for 2 hours. And then I'm just going to mash it together and call it a side. And then let me bring back my cucumber.
Guadia says, yes, flowers.
So in kind of retrospect, I feel like I shaved these cucumbers really thin. So maybe I should have gone a little thicker rather than ribbon. But then also, I just think it's going to do a great job soaking up the dressing. So maybe I should have diced it. Maybe I should have sliced it. Either way, it's going to be delicious with some radish. And it's a yogurt Caesar.
It does look really delicious.
All right. And that was the mustard.
Do you have that recipe for the cucumber salad over at FoodtokTV.com as well?
It is already up. Yes, I just got to put a different photo because that is not this salad.
So you guys can get the recipe for that and see exactly what it is if you want after the show, after the live.
All right. Thank you all so much for joining today. And thank you, Dustin, for being in my box. I cannot wait for your show to start up and coming.
It was
Not
my
sure if next
pleasure.
week or the week after, but I am excited for that. We'll be sure to do announcements and we'll hype y'all up. And thank you all so much for joining me and watching me make my food like I do every Thursday at 7 Central. Be sure you're giving me a follow over at Happy Mustarding and be sure you're following us so you know next time I go live. Thank you for joining me. Happy
Thank you,
Mustarding.
Taylor.